guys, and welcome to a new video in RAMJB's channel. In this one you are not going to see any plane review, you are not going to see a lot of gameplay. What we are going to see and learn are the differences between historical battles and arcade battles. Quite possibly most of you who already are subscribers of this channel know them, but even so, if you don't, it's good to know about them. Also, this is for newcomers and new players who come into this channel and belong to arcade and wonder why I'm flying historical battles for the most part. Well, let me begin with the fact that in historical battles your rewards are much higher. I see a lot of people who really fear the high plane repair cost in historical battles. Let's take a look. For instance, the F4 Wildcat has a maximum repair cost of 1,500 lions in arcade, but costs almost 5,000 lions to repair in historical battles. Well, people see this and say, no, well, hell no, I'm not going to go to a place where my plane costs so much to repair. Well, keep in mind this is balanced by many different factors. Actually, historical battles is a much more powerful money-making game mode than arcade mode. You have to keep this in mind all the time, because when you start reaching higher levels, for instance in the Germans, you see that some fighters, for instance the BF-109G6, has a 37,000 lion repair cost. Okay, and a lot of them are like that. For instance, the British, you go here, take a look at the Spitfire Max 9, and you see 24,000 lions to repair. And you go nuts saying, no way, I'm going to risk that in historical battles. Well, first of all, you have to understand that this is a slightly higher risk scenario. You are risking a little bit more, but you have a much higher reward for the things you do. Even if you don't get kills, you get excellent rewards. Now, why is this? Let's put an instance with the Spitfire Mark 5B, for instance. The Spitfire Mark 5B has a 2,000 lion repair cost in arcade battles and 6,000 lions in historical battles, which means that it's it's 3 times as expensive to repair in historical battles than in arcade mode. However, if you see the yellow part in that sheet you see in the screen, you see that the reward in arcade is 60%, while the reward in historical battles is 210, which means that the rewards are more than 3 times the cost of your plane. 3 times what you win in arcade. Exactly, is a 350% difference. It's 3.59 more profit earnings for you. Now, think of it in several ways. First of all, you don't have to get kills to get rewards. Why do I say this? Because, well, if you get a kill, you'll get a ton of money. And I'm speaking you, this is real, a lot of money. Each kill can, in a level 6 plane, level 7, level 6, a kill can give you easily 6,000 base lions, which then are subjected to that reward. So the base you are winning is a lot more. But this affects everything. If you hit a plane, you get lions, but you get a lot more in historical battles than in arcade. If you get an assist, you get a lot of lions, but it's a lot more in historical battles than in arcade. In fact, assists give you so much money that they are actually a profitable way to make earnings in historical battles, while in arcade they are absolutely worthless. If you kill ground targets, you win a lot more. If you kill an enemy, you win a ton more. Any reward you get for extra lions, like I don't know, Ground Savior or Bulletproof or the achievements you get at the end of the battle. They gave you a lot more lions, a lot. Now, this is very important to understand, because really, historical battles is a money-making machine. You can make money at an incredible rate, and you don't really have to do that a lot to win money. Even at a loss, if you have done some basic stuff, getting some hits, maybe a couple of run targets, maybe an assist, if you get a kill, of course you are going to be at a profit most of the time with most of the planes. You are going to find yourself earning money all the time, while in arcade, a lot of times if you lose all your planes, you are going to run at that loss. So really, try it, but with an open mind. You really have to make stuff happen. And also, now this is very important. In historical battles, planes levels are very important, and the entry level is very important. This I'm going to represent right now with looking at the trajectories. For instance, if you go into a gladiator, you will be earning a 50% bonus, which is a lot more than in arcade, which is only a 10%. But if you compare it with a level 6 Spitfire Mark II, you see that the Spitfire Mark II has more than 3 times the earning potential than the level 1. And this means that lower levels are not really profitable to play in historical battles. However, once you start hitting level 6, level 5 in some air forces, you really want to try historical battles, because you are going to make a ton of money. And believe me, I'm not kidding. You do. So you will be asking what's exactly the kind of profit you are going to make in historical battles. Well, just take a look. I'm going to open my messages. In this game, I got 2 kills. Look at this. That's the kind of thing you get. Just by playing. And I got 2 kills, okay. If you don't get kills in a victory, let's see, in the previous one, in this one I didn't absolutely shit, nothing, because I got my ailerons and tail killed in one shot in the first pass, and for the rest of the game I was just flying around, rolling my plane because I couldn't pitch or use rudder. But how it is in a defeat? Let's see, defeat. Wow. Do I need to say more? If you go into my channel and you start seeing my historical battles play videos, you'll see the amount of money you can actually amass. I mean, I have gotten 150,000 lion games. I have gotten several 100,000 lions. And I mean, yeah, you have to kill a lot of stuff to do that. Yeah, true. However, by killing 1 or 2 enemies, you are going to have a huge profit. In a loss, you maybe get 25,000 lions if you kill an enemy. And at level 7, because you have seen that those games. I was flying BF-109 E3s, which is level 6, or F4s. And you only have to do stuff, useful stuff. And of course, you need to learn, because historical battles is not easy. Flight models are a lot more restrictive. There is no target lead indicator. Your plane can break up in dives. You have to be careful with your speed. You have to manage your energy, but you can learn all of that. Well, in this channel you have a Fighter Combat School series. You have plane analysis, where I teach you how to fly every plane around. There are a lot of other guys in YouTube who are putting very useful stuff for historical battles. Baron Games, Bismarck, JJ Jonas, Origin. Of course, not all of them are about teaching you how to fly, but just by watching them fly, you can learn. And in games, in channels, from people who are trying to teach people, like mine or Bismarck's or Barons, for instance, what you are going to get is videos where we tell you how to fly and why to fly that way in historical battles. So that's a huge advantage of historical battles. You're going to make a lot more of money. It's also a lot more rewarding. Because believe me, killing 20 people in arcade mode, well, yeah, it's not easy, but what's the challenge? I mean, there is a definite challenge. I'm not saying that arcade is not a challenging game mode, because it can be, but it's a lot less thoughtful. I mean, you don't have to think as much in arcade as in historical battles. So it's a very different pace, it's a very different style, and let me tell you this: I'm not telling you that you are a better player or worse player by playing arcade. Has nothing to do. You have fun in arcade by any means, fly it, but give historical battles a chance, and a serious chance. I mean, don't just jump in and get killed and then say this sucks. It's going to be a lengthy process, and you are not going to learn how to be good at historical battles in one day. You need to invest a little bit of learning. You need to invest a little bit of time. You are not always going to have your way, and it's going to take a little bit of time. But in the end, the rewards are much higher. So really, it's all up to you. Maybe you want to give historical battles a try, to play a couple battles and then go back to arcade, and just fly whatever you see fit at a given moment, because historical battles is a lot more slow paced, and arcade is a lot much fast paced. And people usually think that fast paced means more fun. But well, give it a try. Maybe it's not for you that way. Who knows? And also, you might at one point want to give yourself a different challenge, because you are already used to arcade and you want to try something new. In any way and any case, I really strongly recommend you to move into historical battles. You won't have a problem with controls, because you can use mouse and keyboard. You won't have a lot of problems. Well, basically, because if you say that you are a newbie and a newcomer to the game mode, people are going to help you and give you good advice. And finally, you can watch videos to understand better how to fly in historical battles. I wouldn't want to let go this video without giving you a set of good planes, a recommendation of good planes to enter historical battles. Good enter planes for Germany would be the 109E, the level 6 109, or the 109F. The F is a much better plane, but the E is also very capable of doing very well in historical battles. For the Soviets, the light GG3 is already a good contender in historical battles. Jak 1s are really good, and from then onwards, anything goes. In fact, in historical battles, to be honest, the Chaikas and the Isaacs are broken, are too good. So you can't even walk into those into historical battles with those planes and have a lot of fun. For the Americans, I would say that a good enter plane for the game mode would be the P-40E, level 4. Very capable, and with pretty good weapons, pretty maneuverable. Doesn't climb that well or accelerate that well, but it's a very good enter level. For the Japanese, the Ki-61A is an exceptional plane for historical battles. And for the British, I would say the Spitfire Mark II, the level 6. The Spitfire Mark I is pretty good, but has a problem that only has machine guns. And machine guns in historical battles, you really want to save your ammunition and put them at convergence. But these have 20mm cannons and hit very hard. So yeah, I would say that this plane is a better entry plane for the British than the Spitfire Mark I. So yeah, that's the thing. If you want to learn historical battles, feel free to look into this channel, to the Fighter Combat School, to the plane analysis series. You are going to find plane analysis for both arcade and historical battles. Lately, I'm only putting historical battles stuff, so this channel is going to be all around historical battles. If you want to learn that mode, just linger around, and I'll try to, well, help you in your way to learn how to be a good pilot in historical battles. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a try. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you later.